Welcome to the Gross Rent Calculator tutorial for morecalculators.com. At morecalculators.com, we have over 20 different free calculators to help you with buying a car, buying a home, renting a home, estimating your taxes, making a budget, calculating your income, and investing in real estate. Please try one of our calculators today at morecalculators.com. To get to the gross rent calculator, just go to our home page, scroll down a little bit, and you'll see it right here. Click, and you'll see that we are now at the gross rent calculator. This is a pretty simple and straightforward calculator. We'll just go through it together. This calculator is divided into two general sections. The first section is allows you to enter one rent for as many units as you have. You'll see here's the first part and there's the second part. It basically asks you rent, units, and it wants to know if the rent that you entered is a yearly rent or a monthly rent. So for this example, we'll just say we have a fourplex. Okay? We'll say that our rents for the fourplex are $500 per month. Okay, so we'll put 500 in there. Units. A fourplex has 4 units. So we'll go ahead and put in 4. Now you'll see here the question says, these rents are yearly rents or monthly rents, and it wants you to check one of the boxes. Since it's $500 a month, we'll check the monthly box. If you were entering yearly rents, you could check the yearly rent box. In this example, the yearly rent would be $6,000. So if you had $6,000 in there, you could check the yearly rent, and it would come up with the same figure. So now that we've entered our rent, the number of units we have, we can submit. And it tells us our annual gross scheduled income is $24,000. Okay? Now, we'll just take this example further real quick. We'll go ahead with our $6,000. And for giggles, we'll do $6,001. We still have our 4 units. We're going to check the yearly rent box. We'll need to uncheck the monthly rent box. Click on submit. And you'll see our annual scheduled income is $24,004. So you see when we added that extra dollar times 4 units, we have our $24,004. So that is the first half of the gross rent calculator. If you have something very simple to enter, then that takes care of you. The gross rent calculator also has a second half, which is kind of similar to the first half. If you scroll down underneath the submit button, you will see boxes that look like this. And there is a bunch of them. You'll see all these boxes here, and there's more over here. And as we go back up, what this allows you to do is enter each of your units individually. Okay? So for our example, if we have a fourplex, we're going to use 4 of these boxes. Now in reality, it doesn't matter which box you use. If it sees a number in there, it's going to use it. Okay? But you probably want to have some organization system. So we'll go like this. We'll go 500. We'll go 600. 750. And say a studio apartment at 400. Okay, so there's our 4 units. It also asks us, are these yearly rents or monthly rents? In this case, we'll go ahead and click on monthly. Now the submit button is up. So you're going to go up a little bit to our submit. Click on submit. And you'll see in this example, the annual gross scheduled income is $27,000. Now when you use these boxes down here to specify individual units, these boxes override the two earlier boxes that we used, which were the general boxes. Okay, so if you're using these boxes, they override the first two. You can also enter yearly figures. So we could say 6,000 and 6,400 and 7,200 and say 4,800. You know, whatever figures we want. Now, we need to remember to check yearly rents, uncheck monthly rents. It's always a good idea to only have one box checked. We'll go ahead and go back up here. Click on submit. You'll see in this example it says annual gross scheduled income 24,400. So basically these four numbers add up to 24,400. Okay. Now I didn't check to see if the second example made sense with the first example. I just typed in a bunch of numbers. One other thing you can do here is you can save your work. Okay. We have, I don't know, probably 60 of these boxes here. So you can track 60 units. Now, if you run out of time while you're entering on this calculator and you need to save your work, you can do so. What you do is when you want to save your work, go up to the submit button, click on submit, then go over to your favorites at the top of your screen, click add to favorites, click OK. Now, in the future, you can come back by clicking on your favorite, and then what will happen is it'll bring back all the units that you entered. Now this information is not stored on our servers. What happens is that when you enter anything into our calculator and click submit, it sends everything to our server, and then our server sends back your address bar. You'll see all these various numbers here. This is what's actually being saved on your computer, is all these variables stored in the address bar. Our server doesn't store any of your information. Then when you recall all those variables, it sends that request to our server, and then we respond with the answer that goes with those numbers. So that's how you're able to save your work. So that is the gross rent calculator at morecalculators.com. If you have any questions or would like to contact the administrators, simply visit our homepage, and then near the top of the page you'll see an entry for morecalculators.com Help Center. Thank you and have a great day.